Welcome back, my dear cuties. Welcome back. I am happy to start our last session in chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 la last session ku vandutom. This is the last video for chapter number 3. And previous class we completed various types of muscular tissue. On the topic we discussed about a structure of skeletal muscles, structure of smooth muscles and structure of cardiac muscles. These are the three structures we discussed previous class. And in this class, I am going to explain about the neural tissue. This is the last part in chapter number 3. Okay. And what is the main function that is carried out by the neural tissue? The main function is it is responsible for coordination. And it also helps to conduction of impulses from the brain to ஆர்கன்ஸ் பிரெயின்ல இருந்து ஆர்கனுக்கு இம்பல்சஸை கண்டக்ட் பண்ணுறது யாரோட வேலை அப்படின்னா நியூரல் டிஷ்யூவோட வேலை. அண்ட் அனதர் ஒன் மோர் ஃபங்க்ஷன் இஸ் இட் இஸ் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள் ஃபார் அ கோஆர்டினேஷன். அண்ட் நர்வஸ் டிஷ்யூ exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to changing condition. This is also essential for change their body conditions based on their changed environment. Okay. And along with that neuroglial cells also present in the neural tissue. Along that neuron, the supportive cells also present in the neural tissue. The supportive cells are nothing but neuroglial cells. Supportive cells க்கு என்ன பேர் சொல்லணும்னா neuroglial cells அப்படினு சொல்றோம். The neuroglial cells which constitute the rest of the neural system protect and support the neurons. What are the main function? It is also responsible for protection of this neuron and also it is responsible for support the neurons. நியூரானை சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ அல்லது நியூரானை ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ யார் தேவைப்படும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நியூரோக்ளியல் செல்ஸ். There are two components in a neural tissue. One is a neuron and second one is neuroglial cells. நியூரானும் இருப்பாங்க, neuroglial cells இருப்பாங்க. Okay. And the majority of the nerve tissues are occupied by the neuroglial cells. See here, more than 1/2 of the volume of neural tissues in our body occupied by the neuroglial cells. So that means the majority of the neural tissues are occupied by the neuroglial cells. Okay. And this is a picture shows some examples for neuroglial cells and various locations of the neuroglial cells. See here, this is a structure of a neuron. Very good. Neuron or structure. And what are the various parts that are associated with the neuron? This is a structure of dendrites. Dendrites in சொல்லுவோம். This is a structure which receives the signal from the other neuron. See here, this is the end of the another neuron end, and this neuron make a junction with the dendrites, and this junction helps to transmission of impulses. Okay. And another structure, this dendrites opens into the broad structure. This broad structure is called a cell body or stroma. Cell body னு சொல்லுவோம் or cyton அப்படினு சொல்லுவோம். This cytons also contains a nucleus, centrally placed nucleus, and also filled with the fluid substance that is called oxoplasm or neuroplasm. Neuroplasm ங்கிற substance இருப்பாங்க. Okay. And this structure opens into the another structure. This structure is called axon. Okay. And this axon also connected by the two types of neuroglial cells. This is a structure of neuron, and this neuron connected with the two supportive cells or two neuroglial cells. One is astrocytes and second one is oligodendrocytes. There are two cells. This is a location of neuroglial cells. And one more neuroglial cells I would like to show, that is attached and the cyton or cell body. Cyton அல்லது cell body ல attach ஆகக்கூடிய இன்னொரு neuroglial cell. The name of the cell is microglial cells. Okay. So there are three structure we discussed in this part. One is microglial cell, another one is oligodendrocytes, and third one is astrocytes. These are the three types of neuroglial cells that is associated with the structure of neuron. Neuron oda structure oda இந்த மூணு neuroglial cells attach ஆயிருக்காங்க. Okay. This picture is not given in the textbook, so kindly draw this diagram. Okay. And the next thing is we are going to discuss about the various type of neuroglial cells and the origin of this neuroglial cells and where it is located and what are the functions that are carried out by the neuroglial cells. And the neuroglial cells basically classified into two types based on their location. One is the neuroglial cells that are located in the central nervous system. Another one is the neuroglial cells located in the peripheral nervous system. Okay, neuroglial cells such as satellite cells and Schwann cells. These two type of cells are present in the peripheral neural system. Satellite neuroglial cells-உம் Schwann cells-உம் எங்கே இருக்கிறாங்கன்னா peripheral nervous system-ல இருக்கிறாங்க. And remaining cells like astrocytes, ependymal cells, oligodendrocytes and microglial cells. These four cells are present in the central nervous system. Okay. So based on their locations, where it is located, எங்கே இருக்கிறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத பேஸ் பண்ணி இதை என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா ரெண்டு கேட்டகரியா பிரிச்சிருக்கோம். Neuroglial cells that are associated with the central nervous system and neuroglial cells that are associated with the peripheral nervous system. Okay. And first neuroglial cell is astrocytes. This astrocytes located in the central nervous system. It is originated from the neural tube. These informations are not given in the textbook. If you want this information, kindly note down the classwork note, okay, or textbook. Astrocytes, these astrocytes are located in the central nervous system and it is originated from the neural tube. So what are the functions that are carried out by the astrocytes? Structural support and repair process. Underline the word or note down this word, repair process. If the cells are damaged, if the neurons are damaged, and these cells involved in the repairing process or helps to formation of new cells. Okay. So these are the two main functions performed by the astrocytes. And oligodendrocytes. These oligodendrocytes also formed from the neural tube. It is located in the central nervous system and it also responsible for myelin production and electric insulation. Here insulation means that is a protective covering, that's all. Protective covering ah irukkranga. Seringla? Okay, it is also responsible for myelin protection. Myelin protection means, and this is a structure of myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is nothing but a covering which covers the axon of the neuron. Neuron oda axon cover panni irukkiradhu yaar appadinu pathina myelin sheath, and this myelin sheath also formed by the oligodendrocytes. And third one is Schwann cells. These Schwann cells are located in the peripheral nervous system. It is also formed from the neural tube and it is also responsible for myelin production and also essential for electric insulation. And next one is ependymal cells. The ependymal cells also formed from the neural tube and it is located in the central nervous system. The main function of this ependymal cells is lining cavity of the central nervous system. Central nervous system oda cavity, lining cavity la yaar irukanga ependymal cells. Okay, see this structure of ependymal cells. Last one is microglial cells. Underline the word, this note down this word. This is formed from the bone marrow. Most expected one mark question. Formed from the bone marrow and the main function is macrophagic activity. That means to enhelp the cellular debris, to enhelp the antigens and other cellular debris. Okay, and this is formed from the bone marrow. This is the most important structure than the other microglial cells. Okay, I would like show the pictures of various microglial cells, astrocytes, oligodendrocytes, Schwann cells, ependymal cells and microglial cells and satellite cells. Okay, these are the various cells that are present in the brain. Along with that neuron. Neuron oda additional irukkiradhu ivanga ellame. Okay, the structures are not given in the textbook, so please students draw this diagram. How is informations passed from one neuron to another neuron? This is the last thing we are going to discuss. When the neuron is stimulated, the electrical impulses is generated and this electrical impulses travel along the neurons. எதோட எங்கே ட்ராவல் ஆகிறாங்க அப்படின்னா it travel its plasma membrane. The plasma membrane la travel ஆகுறாங்க and this electrical impulses received by the tentrons of the one neuron and it is travel reaches to the cell body of a neuron structure and finally it reaches to the axon and finally this impulses, electrical impulses reaches to the synaptic region. From the synaptic region to this electrical impulses transmitted to the another neuron and this electrical impulses either may be inhibit the process or may be stimulate the process. ஒரு ப்ராசஸை தடுக்கிறதுக்கும் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இம்பல்சஸ் தான் தேவை, ஒரு ப்ராசஸை ஸ்டிமுலேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கும் யார் தேவைன்னா எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இம்பல்சஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ நார்மலி எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இம்பல்சஸ் ஆர் ஸ்டிமுலேட்டட் இந்த ரிசெப்டார் ஆர்கன். ரிசெப்டார் ஆர்கன்லேருந்து இம்பல்சஸ் எங்கே பண்ணோம்னா பாசஸ் டு த எஃபெக்டார் ஆர்கன் த்ரூ த ஆக்சான்ஸ் ஆர் த்ரூ த நியூரான், ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஆஃப் நியூரான். நியூரான் தான் என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இம்பல்சஸை கேரி பண்ணிட்டு போவாங்க. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ மை டியர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் வாட்சிங். That's all. Chapter number 3 is over. Chapter number 3 over ஆயிடுச்சு. Keep studying. Don't waste your time. If you have any doubt regarding the videos, please ask your doubt during the Zoom classes. So don't waste your time. Keep studying. புக்கை வாங்கிருங்க, புக்கை வாங்கி படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க. டயத்தை வேஸ்ட் பண்ண வேணாம். டவுட் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா ஜூம் கிளாஸில் கேளுங்க. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் வாட்சிங். We shall meet next class. Thank you students. Thank you very much.